Hey, it's 4:24 a.m. and I'm sitting here in bed. I'm probably gonna fall back asleep, but I usually get up around 3 or 4 and then go back to bed. So I'm gonna go back to sleep in a few minutes. But I was thinking about, um, you know, the infiltration into my personal life, and well, I don't have much of a personal life, but still, um, you know, I I'm unhappy mainly because my blood relations have made unnecessary steps in regard to my work life, and they are some people are codependent. Like, some people get into I think my blood relations have used me so much in my life, to stand out because of their bullying, or their constant need to have a competition that I have no interest in, or whatever. So they've built their entire life around me, which I'm not comfortable with. And actually, I'm disturbed by who these people are. And the reason why is because everything that they do becomes destructive. It becomes something that I don't want to be near, or I don't, it just immediately, I'm disturbed by what I understand and what I've come to know about these people. And recently, I have made attempts to, get online. I think this is what a lot of people are doing, but in my case, I just felt as though it was important for me to, talk to more people online and develop friendships for just touch and go type, conversations, and to keep my morale up, because we are all isolated and we need people to talk to. So I was talking to people online, and then things happen that makes me believe that their need to invade these new friendships that I make online. They feel as though they want to be a part of my life, and they try to perhaps convince people that I meet online to say things or do things or whatever, and they create triggers for me. It's like these people they need to understand, my family needs to understand, my ex-family needs to understand that I don't want to have a relationship with them. And that I don't, they've made my financial situation quite precarious because of what they've done. Just, they have created too many problems for me. And I'm trying to get over the trauma of what they've caused over the last 20 something years relating to my work. And the last thing I need to do is encounter someone, while I'm in a conversation with them or whatever, that is going to somehow be associated or affiliated with them, because it creates triggers. And they have really affected my ability to feel, what's the word for it? Any enthusiasm for, you know, um, life in general. It's like I really do not want these people to be a part of my life. I don't. I know the majority of people find their own jobs. And, I would prefer to find my own job, but the problem is that they caused problems, with their gossiping and their rumor campaigns and their, what do you call it? Just their problems. Everything that I'm experiencing is the fault of my um, ex family. And I don't want to continue living like this, like, I make a friend or talk to someone online, and then they start, spouting out things that remind me of my family or whatever. It becomes a trigger. It becomes something that creates disturbance in me because of the abusive situation that I was in. And I would prefer not to have any association with my family, which I have to take. I have all these like forms I need to fill out, and it's becoming overwhelming for me. And I mean, I went through a stack of them today, and it's extremely, it's too much, really, but I have to get things done. And the reason why is because there has been so much that has affected my morale, when it comes to, like, for example, it comes to work. Now, my work, I mean, I never wanted to live my life in this manner, like, work a little bit, get and stay out of work, and then, find another job. These people have made my life unstable. And then they put stipulations on my work life that other people that are basically against the law, that make life very unhappy for me and makes me not look forward. Like, I used to love work. I used to think that work was a huge part of my life because it's my way to get out of the house. It's a way for me to concentrate. It is not just make a living to make money, but it was also it was a way for me to get out of the house, to apply my mind to something during the day. And that was how I spent my time. It wasn't just the way to make money, but working under the conditions, or knowing that I'm working for these people, I lose interest. And I don't see any reason why they insist on me. And I know that they have put, what disturbs me is these people have caused nothing but destruction, okay? What disturbs me is that I have called out the names of important people who own businesses. And I did this because this needs to be a wake-up call as to, you're actively abusing a person. And if you were either tricked into it or whatever, then my ex-family led you into error. And the consequences have been devastating to my life. And, I know the most people are in charge of their own jobs, because it makes sense, right? It makes sense. And some people do have arranged jobs, but they know, who's arranging the job. And I would rather be on my own to find work, and I don't know how I'm going to, because they created this issue. They created the issue. So I made a friend online about a few days ago, and we were talking, and everything was going great. And then I suspected, he said something, and no, it wasn't a romantic connection. It was a person I made friends with, who was another targeted individual, which I felt as though it's important to communicate with other TIs. But I started to get the feeling that perhaps maybe, and it could be just a trigger, who's to say, but he referred to me first as Ma, which is something that my dad called me, which I didn't have a problem with, really. But then I just said, though, my dad used to call me that. And then he said, well, then how about Rhea? And then that was a name that my niece used to call me. And that's really not an issue, really. I mean, because maybe some people just like dissect your name and then call you things like that. I don't know. I have no idea. But I haven't heard from him since then. And that was just a few days ago. But still, what bothers me is that I suspect that my family, my blood relations, are so dependent on me. Like their life revolves around what I do. And I don't want to live for these people, with these people, or be associated with these people. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to be friends with people that they're friends with. Why? Because these people, their behavior is destructive. Everything that these people do causes problems. I want a life of my own. And that I should have the right to do that. I have the legal right to do that. And I don't want an association with these people. Um, I feel as though, by them ignoring my request, that's even more abuse. Like, I don't want to know the people. I don't want to have friends, shared friends. I don't want to have shared acquaintances. I don't, it's been bad. My relationship with these people have been nothing but bad. And after somebody deprives you of a decent life for such a long period of time, the quality of my life could have been better had I not been associated with these people. They want too much of me. Like, they want to be in my space all the time. They want to choose my jobs. They want to do these sort of things, and it becomes a form of manipulation, which has led to abuse. So I don't want, and now I know that work, you have to work, but work does not seem, it seems like it's a negative thing now. Like, it's, and it should be an exciting thing. When you're looking for work, you should be happy to look for work. They want to, they're insisting on trying to, I don't want to get married. There's nothing about marriage that appeals to me. I don't want to be in a romantic relationship. I have no desire to be one. And I know people don't understand that. And it's unfortunate that they don't, because they end up harming people who are serious about that. Some people, they insist on this because my family is extremely ignorant. They believe in things that they should not believe in. And they think that just because maybe a woman dresses decent, like their clothes match or whatever, or you do your hair or whatever, they think, well, that means that you want a relationship. Some people believe that this is the way they're supposed to live, regardless whether there's someone in their life or not. And this is how I choose to live my life. Like, I think that you should be, there's nothing, dressing nice or taking care of yourself doesn't have anything to do with romance or romantic relationships or love or anything like that. It's about how you're, in my mind, okay, how a person is supposed to be. This is the way it is. It's normal. It's my lifestyle. This is the way I live my life. It has nothing to do, people's interest in fashion or whatever has nothing to do with romance. If I wanted a relationship, I would have gone and got one, but I'm pretty sure my family would have invaded it. And so this prevents me from making friendships, because I want a life separate from my family. And anything that reminds me of them in the slightest way, I tend to back away from and shun, because I don't want it. And it's hard for these people to grasp that. It's hard for them to grasp the fact that I don't want to be in, I want to go no contact. And it's hard, they don't get it. These people, to me, are not likable. After doing what they've done, it is impossible to expect me to want to have any sort of relationship with these people. I don't want to be friends with these people. To me, what these people have done, they've gone too far. And I don't want them playing matchmaker, because I'm going to always question whether this person is being a sincere friend, and I'm not interested in dating. I'm not. And I know they're like, she's lying, she's lying. I swear to you, I'm not lying. I don't want to get married. I don't. And to me, married life to me is something that I'm completely opposed to. And it's not that I feel like I'm not telling other people that they shouldn't be married. It's just that I choose to not be married. I don't want it. There's nothing in my life that wants to be married. I want to live my life alone, and marriage should not have anything to do with your work life, right? And I resent this issue that my family created, and I don't want to be associated with it. And so I've made videos trying to make my story known, because I needed the support of my previous employers, because obviously I need job references. I need to be able to stand on my own. This is my life, and I'm trying to make the best of it, okay, after everything that's happened. And and I feel as though, and I know that, it's like, well, I have to work. I don't, that is the only thing I care about. I care, and I know that my family both my sisters are married, and that's their choice. Okay, I don't want to be married. There is nothing about marriage. I don't sit here and think about, I need a boyfriend. I don't want one. I don't. And I'm not in denial of it. If I'm being monitored in some ways, people should be able to put two and two together. Not everybody wants that in life. I don't want it. What I want is, I want to make friends, family out of friends. I want people that I'm, interested in. I want to be able to build my life around these sort of friendships. And that's it. Marriage is something I will never accept. I will never get married again. That's just my choice. And I don't want to have shared friends. Like, I don't want my family influencing certain people or having their energy, floating around. Some people, they don't understand because they've been so used to building their life, bullying me, being or having these forced associations with me, through other people, that they don't know how to live their life without me. That is twisted to say, okay, but it's true. And why is it that these people can be known as stalkers? They could be known as people who, this big blow up that got created down, this is their fault. Okay, and yet you still are going to find an employer that wants to negotiate with these people who've caused me nothing but problems, and I can't go out and find a job on my own. There's something seriously strange about that. So I'm doing the best I can so that I can stand up on my own. I want my own job. I want my own life. I want to go past this tragic moment in my life, because it is tragic. Okay, I have no desire to be friends with these people. I'm referring to my ex-family. As far as Joel's family is concerned, I don't know them, and I would never be with somebody who would have any sort of, who would treat me in the manner that I was treated. Like, he knew all along that that my what was going on with my work, and he didn't say anything. Okay. Then I also knew about, I don't even want to go into all that. To me, it's like, I want to start over. I need to start over. I need to start my life over. And it needs to be on my own. It needs to be on my own. I don't want to, and it's unfortunate when you deal with people who don't know what it's like to go through losing your jobs over and over and over again, and having people create arguments based on something that was outside of your control. Like, I'm an adult, and I I honestly, I don't have any loving feelings towards my family at all. I also do suspect that my brother Rashawn created the or assisted with the bullying, because my brother Rashawn and my family are condone the incestuous relationship because my brother is incestuous, okay? And that is not acceptable to me, okay? And I obviously was traumatized by it. And they believe in things that I don't believe in. And they have the right to believe whatever they want to believe in. And I have the right to believe in what I want to believe in. What is not acceptable is you clinging to me. There is no legal reason why I should be able to only find employment through these same people who were responsible for my stalking, gang stalking, the human trafficking, and everything else. Why is it that these people seem trustworthy to employers to make negotiations when they've obviously engaged in illegal transactions? They created something like this. They've influenced employers to make bad decisions, to involve and associate themselves with these people who created the human trafficking. So I want to find someone who will hire me, someone somewhere. I don't know what to do, because I'm almost, I'm an adult, okay, and I need to stand on my own 2 feet. I can't rely on my son forever. And it's wrong for these people to create this. My family created this, and they are sitting back allowing my son to shoulder the burden for their mistake. How low can you be? Okay. And I'm very grateful for my son assisting me and being there for me, but it's not his responsibility. Okay. And I do not ever want to be associated with my family. I just don't. And it's unfortunate because they go off and they meet people and they talk to people and they convince people and lead people into error, into making bad decisions. If I was a business, I would not want to work with these people, because it's been proven that these people are liars. These people create problems. Everything that they've done has been illegal. And I just want to be able to find, and it, through the midst of all this harassment that's been going on, I'm hoping to find a job where people will accept me for my skills and my dedication and hard work, because I don't want to be associated with my family. I don't ever want people putting the pressure on me to get married or anything like that. I don't want to get married. I won't get married. I won't. I don't care. It's not something. For some people, maybe marriage is something they want. For myself, I don't believe in marriage. I don't believe in it. Okay? I don't. And I'm very firm on this. And that doesn't mean that I want to date a bunch of people. I don't want that. I dated a few people in my life, not a lot. Okay, I would say most women have had more boyfriends, relationships in their life than I have. But I have dated enough people to understand that most people don't have the same views in life that I do, and I'm okay with that. I don't feel as though I'm not, what do you call it? That's the Bible called it, inflamed with passion. I don't sit here all day and think about those sort of things. I don't. Not everybody feels that way. And it's hard for people who who are extremely, like, what do you call it, have like strong sexual urges. It's hard for them to understand that other people don't. And I'm not judging them. There's nothing wrong with that if you are that way. But I'm not. And I think my the ignorance of my family has caused me tremendous problems. And I want to find, God knows how long I have on this earth, but this is the way I choose to live my life. Marriage isn't for me. I don't want to get married. I never wanted to be a part of their religion. I don't believe the things that they do. I don't accept, the marriage that I got out of. That's their lifestyle. They have the right to live their life they want to. I got a divorce. I'm divorced. I'm legally divorced. I have the divorce papers. Okay? I don't want to get remarried. I don't. I'm not out there looking for another husband. I only care about going to work. That's the only fucking thing I care about. So that I can have a job. And I know most of my jobs are going to be temporary, because the thing is that, they have created all kinds of problems to where I'm having a really hard time finding work. And, but the thing is, I want to live my life alone. I don't want to be involved in any sort of romantic relationship. I don't believe in marriage. That's just how it is. I don't believe in it. Now, I'm not saying other people shouldn't be married. If that's what they want to do, then that's what they should do. But I don't believe in marriage. That's for me. And that's my choice. And I don't believe that, I don't believe in their religion. I don't believe in their outlook on life. I don't believe in their views. I don't want to be associated with them because of the years of abuse and the very fact that they create problems for me. And I don't want to remember them. And it's that simple. And that's something they have to understand. And yes, I am going through, I got restraining orders from the court, a big stack of them. And it's very overwhelming having to fill all this shit. It is. But I feel as though it's something I have to do. I can't live like this. I don't want to continue living my life always worried, or working a job and then being off for 6 months, and then picking up another one. They have never been able to do anything for me. I can't thank these people for anything, because everything that they've done for me has been destructive and negative. I'm just, so please, if you're watching this video, stay away from me. I don't want to work with you. I don't want to be married to you. And I really don't. I'm asking these employers, why would you want to work with these people? What makes you think that these people are trustworthy? These people have done nothing but lie. They lied about what happened over at the farmer's place. They lied about all this stuff. They made up a bunch of stuff. And then they dragged other people from different companies. They dragged their name in the mud, all for their own selfish gain, for their own purpose. So unless you want to be stupid and associate yourself with these people, think again. So I'm going to wrap up this video, and hopefully I won't be compelled to make another video for a while. But I just woke up and I was thinking about this because I was in communication with another TI, like I mentioned before, and he had mentioned something the day before about, he wanted to change my name as he talked to me, right? And then he mentioned the Ma, and then he mentioned the Ria. And it made me, and I could be making a bigger deal out of this. Maybe it meant nothing. Who knows? But I haven't heard from him since. And it was only been a few days, but it was, when you're a TI, you meet new people, you usually want to talk to them a lot, because you are happy to meet someone who relates to you as a TI. So if he is associating with my family, then I can't associate with him. It has to be that way, because I have to protect my mental state of mind, because my family has created mental disturbance for me, and for my own emotional well-being, I have to sever ties, and I cannot. It's when you go no contact, it's no contact, and I don't want indirect contact. I don't want these people in my life. It's that simple. So if I meet people on online, they need to understand that what I suspect that my family does is that they go through, they monitor my YouTube account or my Facebook account, and if I communicate with somebody, then these people want to infiltrate. They want to somehow, get involved and know the people. And I have a right to live my life on my own and have my own friendships. I don't want to have a relationship with my family, directly or indirectly. So I'm going to wrap up this video, and I will be back with another video some other time later. To all TIs, stay safe.